if you don't see the need for you to be independent, if you don't see the need for you to stand on your own, it will be very difficult, and it will be very easy for you to be emotionally manipulated. So today here, we want to explore this, especially to mark the IWD. Even though it's belated, the issues are still here, and today we shall be talking about that. So who do we start with?
Today they said gender inequality, and this is something that have been going on for like thousands of years.
Okay, very
We are
long
all
time.
aware of it. There's one meeting that I heard, I was even there.
Okay.
This person is older, but just because she's a lady, they didn't let her speak.
Because she's a woman.
Yes, because she's a woman, they didn't let her speak. They say, wait, the uncle have to say, wait, let the men speak first. And come to think of it, she has idea, but they didn't let her speak because it's something that they believe that men are supposed to speak first. Men are supposed to be this first before women. Women are just to follow. But come to think of it, I'm not even going to talk about inequality today, Seth. I'm not dragging any equality with anybody. But I just want women to be heard. There are some positions today women can't even handle. They are not giving it to women. I just want us to be heard, for us to be given opportunity to speak where we are supposed to speak. There are some positions they are supposed to let us lead and see. Maybe if we are able to do it. Like I said earlier, I am not dragging any equality with anybody. I just want to be heard, listened to. Let me say something. Let it matter, because we are one.
Okay. We're first human before we are
We
female
are,
or
yes.
male.
So I'm not dragging equality with anybody, because men will always be men,
Of
the
course.
head. But at least let me talk and be listened to and be heard. That's what I think about this gender equality.
Okay, she's advocating to be heard, to be seen, and of course to be heard again. Now, I think these are some of the things. You said something that, someone was not allowed to speak not because they don't have what to say, but because being female has already disqualified them from saying what they should have said. Or being female has already made what they are to say inferior. And I think these are the things that you see sometimes even the women would not want to speak, because over time we've continued to push this narrative. Like it's enough.
Will not be allowed
and that
to
is why when you see a woman speak, it's like that woman is talking too much.
Yes.
Like, why are you talking? Why
She's
are you all
stepping
over
her boundary.
Why are you all over the place?
Yes.
And it's weird because I'm a woman, I shouldn't speak. Because I'm a woman, if I know something, I shouldn't be expressive about it. They expect you to suppress whatever you know just because you are a female. Now, when we talk about participation, when we talk about inclusion, I think over time there has been that on the surface inclusion for women. But looking at it deeply, you would understand that inclusion is not very active.
Yes.
When you say that something is active, you are practicing it. Like, our inclusion should move from just passive to being a verb. Because when we say something is a verb, it's emotion.
Yes.
It is working. We are seeing it. But in our case, I would say that yes, in this climb, because I think I saw a picture where in the UK, the MPs in the UK were celebrating International Women's Day. And I think in that picture, there were at least close to 20 of them. I think what happens in the parliament in the UK is just like what we have in the National Assembly here. So imagine like having up to 20 or even 30 women at the National Assembly. Like, and if we get to that point, it will even make so much of sense. But let's even give an instance to our political side here. You see that, okay, sometimes the woman is included, maybe as a vice chairman, maybe as a deputy governor, or maybe as a councillor. But there is someone calling the shots. And I don't totally blame those that put them there. It's because the women also accept to be the second fiddle. They accept that, okay, this is what we can settle for, at least, at all. Let me just have this.
At least, I feel that now they're at least trying to recognize women. Unlike before. Before they don't even allow a girl child to go to school. Even the father said, starting from the home, the father said one day somebody will come and marry her. No need of wasting my money and training this one. They prefer training the male child and allow that the female child to stay at home and learn how to cook and to keep the home clean. But now, from your house, from your home, they are training female children now to go to school. And just like you said now, we are also trying to come up, and with time, I feel with time, that thing, because women, we have a lot. There are some things that we can even do more than men.
Yeah.
Just that we don't have that. Yes, there are a lot of things we can do more than men. Just that they don't give us that opportunities. They always feel if we start, we will outshine them.
Yes.
That's why, they always feel if
Okay,
we
you feel
start-
like this is coming from a place of them being scared that
Yeah.
you're going to.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, they're
so
always-
it's like, are you saying that they feel intimidated?
They feel into
But most of them
yes,
do.
Almost all the men.
Most
feel
of them do,
intimidated
yes.
because just like you said now that we are entering into politics. It was not like that before, but now women are entering into politics, and we are doing very well there.
I think that it has always been, even though yes, the situations have been different. I would say it's relatively better now, but there is something called inclusion, participation, and then active inclusion and active participation.
Yes.
Having the women there does not mean that it's okay. The women should be there, should be seen. We all saw what happened
should
at
be
the
heard,
National
yes.
Assembly last week, or what has been happening at the National Assembly, particularly at the Senate in the last few weeks. We've seen what has been happening. Now, the woman was saying that you are trying to rearrange these seats and put me where I'm not going to be seen. I'm not going to be heard. I'm not going to be captured. Let's look at this. Somebody sent her to that place. A group of people sent her to that place. It's just like she's the eyes of those people that go there, represent us. And it's like she's carrying a whole constituency on her head. So whatever happens at the National Assembly, she is the one that is supposed to speak for them.
Yes.
So when you talk about Kogi Central, you are talking about the person that is there to represent them. So it's like an entire constituency
On
that is being represented there. So when you say that the constituency should take the back seats, that is where she has a problem. The method is still very contestable. The method is still very debatable. I think her reaction. But you know that some of these things is still part of the stereotypes you are trying to tackle. Because maybe if a man had reacted that way, it would have been a different story. But
Yes.
because it was a woman who had to do that outburst, the story became different, that she was being emotional.
Yes.
Yes.
But maybe because a man, if it were a man, they would have said, he was really challenging, It would have
Yes.
been challenging and not being emotional. But because she said that I cannot take that seat because I feel I will not be seen, I will not be heard, I will not be represented, or I will not represent my people from there, it became an issue. That chance was not given. And then what did she have to do? She had to use the last resort, which was her talking back, even when she was asked not to speak. So when you look at all these things, they are very systemic. Like, there is a systemic way of trying to shut women down.
Yes.
And nobody sees what leads to the reactions.
Yes.
Nobody sees what leads to what we see. They only see the reactions that follow. It's only the reactive results, the
Yeah,
effect
they
that
didn't
we
care
see.
about what triggered the reaction. They just focused on some even said she was being disrespectful, she should have been this, she should have just been quiet. Like you said earlier, she just wants to represent her people, she just wants to be heard. That's what I said earlier. Women are not being allowed to be heard, to be
But
seen.
who is going to allow women to be heard?
That's the
At
point.
the end of the day, if you don't take it, nobody's coming to serve on the platter. Because even within the men, when you look at it, right, as much as we say gender equality, when you look at it, even the men, inside the men, they still have their own strata. Like, it's still divided into
Yes.
who knows who.
Yes.
And it's still not easy on the men. But since we are focused on exploring, the gender equality from the women's side, let's look at it from that side. But I'm trying to say that if you don't go for it, nobody's going to give it to you.
Yes.
Even if
Because
you
there's this thing that happened in my former school. A lady wanted to contest for departmental presidents. So the fellow contestant, a man, was just like, there's a law in this university that a lady is not supposed to be the president, but assistant.
What law?
Thank you.
What
but
law?
Vice president. Then the whole thing became a gender war where the men were saying, no, she's not supposed to come, she's not supposed to contest. They were just fighting and all. Then a lecturer came and told them that there's no law. That was when she fought and she won the election. And she did very well.
It doesn't
She
matter.
did very well.
It doesn't matter if you're a female or male. Your ability is not restricted to your gender. And I don't know how we are going to say this. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And constantly we've had to fight to prove ourselves.
Now I feel they are really intimidated because the women we have now are different from the women they used to tell, go to the kitchen and they will obey them and stay
You know,
at
even
home.
at that time, we still had the women. If you talk about the likes of Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, I know in the school we were being told she's the first woman to drive a car. That woman was so much more. She was leading protests against the then British government, standing up to fight for the rights of not just women but also the men, like to fight for the rights of Nigerians. Talk about the fact that we deserved better at the time. Talk about women riots, why they came out saying that if this is not done, they will have to go strip themselves, because you know that in Africa when you strip yourself, it's a form of protesting.
Yes.
We've had women in the past who have been very audacious. We've had women in the past that have done so many great things. So when you say that it's a bit better, maybe because then it was not like, okay, it was not normalized, or should we say like we have made a bit of progress. It's more like just a sprinkle in an ocean. So as much as, yes, you the one pouring the water, you know, you pour water in the ocean, but the ocean is not feeling it. The ocean is not feeling it. So whether you added water or not, the ocean does not know. But you are the one that added the water.
So you're
and
aware.
Yes, you're the one that is aware. And I think that is where we need to do more.
Because many societies, they expect women to like focus on their family instead of their career. They'll say, okay, you are a woman, you're meant to be at home, taking care of your kids, cleaning the house and all, not out there working and trying to make money. Then what will your husband do? You can work. Your husband can be working and you'll be working at the same time. But they don't get it.
Like, they
Have
don't.
you seen
Okay, go
a
ahead.
situation where a woman earns more than her husband? She earns more than her husband. Like she said
And the
earlier,
husband
most
will not
men
be
are
happy.
feel
They
yes,
are-
most men feel intimidated. Yes,
They won't be happy.
She's
Yes.
right. Most men feel intimidated
when a woman
she
is
earn more.
successful.
Now he will look for an excuse like, okay, you are no longer taking care of your kids. Now they will hold a family meeting. It's either you choose between your family or your work.
Honestly, we don't talk about that often. So true. Like, women have been asked to choose.
yes, and to be very
They have to
honest,
choose.
you have to choose your home, because that's what you are meant to believe. That's what's happening. You have to choose your home first. So I feel like when you say that we need to do more about it, right? We cannot compete with the men. I know we cannot compete with them. That's why we always say we are not competing with men. We just want to be given opportunities. Let's say our mind. Let's be free. Let's be heard. Let's be seen.
We've been saying our mind. We've been speaking. We've been voicing out for a long time now. They've refused to hear. So now they want us to compete with them, and I like the women of this generation,
Okay.
because they know their rights and
They are not
stand-
quiet.
Yes, they're not the type you can just shut up. You shut off. They are not those kind of women that you can just tell to do this and they will just keep quiet and go back inside and stay inside and cry. No, the women we have now have women that know their rights. There are women that voice out. There are women that speak out. So what that thing that they we've been pleading that they should give us, which is what Sefia is saying. They don't want to give us, so
We'll take it by force.
Okay, taking it by force. At this point, let's head out. Let's have a breather. And when we come back, you can also be a part of the conversation by calling us on 09073530044 or send us a message on WhatsApp 0909705 4450. Today on the Girlfriend Show, we're exploring gender equality, the state of gender equality in our society, where they say it's a man's world. What do you have to say concerning this? How can you rate, how would you assess the journey so far? What is your thought about gender equality? Call us so that you can be a part of the show. Please sit back as we try to take a breather. When we come back, the conversation continues right here on the show.
Are you ready for this?
Keep this frequency clear.
We're live.
I woke up with a feeling.
Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja.
From Milky Way to Earth, everywhere there's internet, you can connect with Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Log on to our website www.eaglesfm.com. Follow and engage with us now on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at Eagles FM Abuja, Instagram at Eagles FM 1023. Download our apps on your Android and iOS stores. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can count on.
Are you ready for this?
Keep this frequency clear.
We're live.
I woke up with a feeling.
Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just
20,000 naira?
Get a chance to talk your business for 25 minutes on The Entrepreneur. Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. For more inquiries, call 090-9984-4433. 090-9984-4433. Hurry now.
Hanging out with friends is such a hobby, but chilling with your girlfriends? Such a bolster. We talk about love, family, relationship, the shady, hilarious, fun, juicy, messy gossip in town. And the gentlemen on that table. Girlfriends, Mondays and Fridays at 1 p.m.
All right, thank you very much for staying connected to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. It is still the Girlfriend Show right here, and all of the girlfriends are here, and we have been talking gender equality, the state of gender equality in our society, where we are at the moment, and what we need to do better, especially in recognizing the rights of women, or should I say the rights of human beings generally, without looking at whether we are female or we are male. And we have been talking about some of the stereotypes and some of the conditions that women have been given in the society. The fact that, you don't need to shine too much. If you shine too much, you're going to make your husband to feel inferior. You don't need to be earning so high. Don't take that job because that job pays you too like. We've had, we have situations where
there are men, there are guys that if you come in contact with them and maybe have one-on-one discussion with them, you will just see that this one is a no. And maybe you just ask a guy, okay, if we are together now and maybe I got a job that pays more, I earned more than you, what will you do? Will you be in support of it? You will see that the
countenance is going to change.
Yes, a lot of them will tell you, no, I can't be with a woman that earns more than me.
But do you think that they want to have these thoughts, or it's because society has put it in them?
Yes.
The society
so it's more like a follow kind of case.
Something they believe in, something that been coming for generation. I have a conversation with, there were 3 guys, something happened, we were discussing something.
Okay.
So the 3 of them spoke. So it's now my turn to speak. The other one now say, wait till you won't talk. not be woman.
That you know, get as a woman, you don't have to say you don't
Sophia,
even-
he called my name. Sophia, wait till you won't talk. No be woman you be. I was like, wait, I have idea of this thing you are talking about. I can put you to. He said, I better leave wait till women get to talk. He generalized it.
Because you are
So I
female.
have- yes.
You shouldn't have a
I
say.
told him that they said you are the head. Quite all right, I agree. I'm not dragging it with you. But didn't you hear of a saying that said 2 head is better than 1? What if my idea might be better than yours? Why can't we just come together and talk about, let's leave female or male. Let's just work for a goal. Let's achieve what we are looking
We have a call. Let's pick it.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
How are you?
Very well. Very well. Thank you.
Yeah, my regards to all the great friends in the studio.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
That's good. Actually, I'm enjoying this conversation.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. You know, when we talk about women, first of all, you ask them, are they ready to express themselves? Okay. You as a woman, are you ready to express yourself? When you know the right thing to do, you don't need to wait for permission before you do it. I'm not trying to say you should disrespect men or anybody, no. But you know what you are trying to say is the right thing. You don't need to wait for permission.
Okay.
Go ahead, do the right thing and allow the voice to fight for you. So, like now, if you check, they are calling to the other generation in school, the one who they are dragging for who will be the president. So that's like you see the lady win the president, you understand? That's because she speak out, she fight for what she wants, you understand? And once you come out to fight for what you want, you see the help of the other ladies, they will come out and back you up. But now, the issue what I'm experiencing now is women of this age now, they are not working together. They are working their different rooms. Now, one person will come out now, open up, see what is happening to me, others will just overlook. But if others come together to one issue, see, their voice will be very loud. But their voice is not loud because no one is out to speak for them or to guide them or to all this. So before they progress in this situation, I think they should come together first. You understand? If you come together, all the women come together, know what they want. You understand? Then before you continue from there, and they don't look for permission before you do the right thing. That's my own contribution.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate you for calling. Don't wait for permission. Well, sometimes even when you take the bull by the horn, you are being asked who asked you to be there, and when you respond, they will say, "Okay."
Like you said, if women can help each other, like when we can fight together, when you fight together, you will win. Even if you don't win, at least you'll be close to winning. You get.
But you know, there is this saying that people say that women don't like themselves, and more recently you saw what happened even at the Senate, where I think we have 4 senators. One of them has been suspended. The other 2 we didn't hear much, and the other one who spoke, she has been bashed. Like the woman has been bashed. The minister representing the FCT, because of what she said, her interview and everything. You know, people came for her, saying that she should have supported Senator Natasha and everything. And then I think 2 female former senators also spoke, but they did not speak in favor of the embattled senator. So some people are like, women don't really, like each other.
Very true.
It's true.
But I think that is also relative, because men also don't like themselves like that. Yes, it's not about whether you are a man or a woman. It's just human nature, and it depends on the interest that is there. And people tend to move according to their interests. If you are in a place and you don't serve my interests, I'm not going to protect your interest. I think that is what people do. Yes, because you are my gender.
Yes.
So it's about we recognizing that it is the right thing to do, regardless of whether this person is a man or this person is a woman. Is it right by me? Is it the right thing for me to do? I also have a problem. When we talk about this gender equality thing, we have tried so much to balance things up. But you know, in the process of trying to balance things up, I know this one is a conversation for another day, but it's just part of the talk. When trying to balance the equality thing, when trying to project the rights of women or girls, do you know that at some point we have tried to like overbear? I say overbear because I see people say, "Oh, I'm going to do stuff and it's going to be only for girls." They will stereotype the boys and say, "You like." It's the same thing we are fighting, but it's like we are still trying to leave gaps for the same thing that is making us fight. Let's pick this call. We'll come back. Hello.
Hello, my cousin.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Yeah, sorry, this is Godwin calling you back.
Okay, Godwin, go ahead.
Yeah, that is please, with your permission, like, you get something I want to announce about my missing phone on Friday. I wanted to announce this thing, but I'm just giving the person a benefit of that. Maybe you call me back.
Oh, you lost your phone? You lost your phone?
Yes.
Okay, when was that?
On Friday. Like Friday, I went to, like, I entered the metro for this the Nawa Junction, going to Jabi to collect my wedding, you understand? Okay. So when I entered, I put the phone on my pocket, like my bag, in my pocket. So when I enter, I sit down, I feel like maybe after I sit down, my screen will break because I sit down on top.
Yeah.
So I didn't get the phone, hold it on hand, you understand? So when I hold it for hand, I remember I wanted to put it on my front bag, my trouser, you understand? So when I come down, because I hold my money for hand to pay the driver, when I come down, I pay the driver and I left. Just I discovered that I'm not with my phone, you understand?
Yeah.
So now, I'm just wondering, maybe the phone fell inside the car, another person took it. So since that Friday, I've been calling my number. You should not Bishop. The line is still ringing. So now, I'll be calling the number, sending text messages. No teaching, no reply, nothing. You understand? Okay, now I go ahead now. Tell the person, say, open the back of the phone. I have $100 there, like $200 that I've been saving for over 6 months now in the back of the phone. You understand? So, okay, Oga, brother, sister, because I don't know the particular person that hold the phone. I say, just carry the $200. You understand? Just give me my phone. You understand? The $200 you exchange it, it's almost 300,000. You understand?
Inside your phone?
Carry it. Yes, I put it in back of my phone. I've been saving the money for over 6 months now. You understand? I say, okay, please carry, because the phone is more important. Something that is inside the phone is very important to me. You understand? I say, okay, carry the $200. Even though you can't bring the phone to me, go to any nearest police station, submit the phone, I will go there and claim my phone. And that's the benefit of that and giving the person, since you can maybe he or she will consider that and person then no action, you understand? Okay, now that money, now if the person will spend the money, he or she will use it to buy good Android phone and still get changed. But this is part of wickedness. You understand?
I'm so sorry about that. What phone is it?
iPhone 13.
Oh. So sorry.
Can you hear me?
Is it possible for you to track it? Have you tried tracking it?
No, I can track it, but I don't want to be like ungrateful human being, you understand? I'm just doing the person. That's why I wanted to announce it on so that the person will not say I did not give me and I know they fail to him, you understand?
Okay.
And the phone is still on to show, because that Friday
still going through?
I'm having battery low. I don't have up to 30% that Friday. Until today, my phone is here, means that the person is charging the phone and using it, because I don't put my phone on security.
Wow. So it's not locked?
It's not locked now. I don't lock my phone. So it means that the person is still using the phone.
So sorry about that. You might just want to track it since it's on. I think, you have to do that now. As soon as possible. Since it's on, I think it makes it even easier for you to track the phone.
Only way out.
You just have to track it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and we are so sorry about your experience. That's a very sad one. Hopefully the good Nigerian will try to return the phone, but if they don't, I think you just have to do the right thing by going to the police station to track the phone or something. So sorry about that. It's not easy at this point, losing an iPhone 13. And then with that money at the back. That's a lot.
And he even said, take the money.
The person does not want to return their phone. That is why he's not even picking calls.
What does it mean? But the person can put off the... If the person doesn't want to return it, the person can put off the phone. So
Maybe
why is
he's
the person
still trying
not...
to call some of the contacts and ask them for money?
That's what they do. That's so true. And that's the more reason why he should be...
People
Yes, that's the best. That's the more
best
reason
option.
why he needs to find the phone, so that they don't use it to scam
Since on
his
Friday
contacts.
now. It's been
Use
2 or
it to-
3 days now.
To scam his contacts.
Yes.
So
So
she
you're
just
so right.
track
You
it.
have a point.
She just track it.
Anyway, we are away from that now. Let's talk about the conversation. We are still talking women rights, talking about gender equality and the fact that there is so much of work to be done, even though we've made just a little progress. There is so much that we need to do. Yes, and you can also be a part of the conversation by calling us on 09073530044, or you can send us a message on WhatsApp 09097054450. What do you have to say concerning this? And in case you want to catch up with us to see what's going on here in the studio, we are live on Facebook and also on YouTube. Please subscribe to our channel, and if you haven't followed us across all social media platforms, please do so. Eagles FM Abuja is the handle, and we'll definitely appreciate that. Now let's talk about what I was trying to say, that in the bid that we want to promote equality, I think at some point we have neglected other aspects. Like, I know that we want to project women, we want to project girls, but sometimes, for instance, maybe in the process, I give an instance, I'm okay, this one is only for girls, this one should only be for girls, not for boys. And we focus our attention on the girl child so much. Like, if it's in the house, maybe there are 2 boys, 2 girls, they will focus all their attention on the girls. Do you know that even if like maybe a girl and a boy goes out and the boy is yet to come back, even if he's 9, like nobody is going to send